Hello everyone, this is Aves Krishna and welcome to all of you in Quarterback Guide Education. Today I am going to deal you a new session of nutrition which is body basics. In this lesson actually we are going to deal with the anatomy and physiology of the nutrition. There is a three core concept of this session. First is why good nutrition important. Second is the introduction to the plate model, and third is structure and functional of GIT. GIT is the term in use in a medical terminology, which means intestinal tract. So take a moment and think about the area of GIT. What is the surface area of GIT? Oh, skipping this lesson by understanding more about the nutrition. Why? What is the importance? Why nutrition is important? As of now, we know that food and water are essential to the life. Taking excess of food doesn't mean the right kind of nutrition. So we don't want to be just life. We want to give life best. Want to feel medical. After this course, I will tell you how we live long life. So, guys, what is build-up block to understanding the nutrition? It's understanding the concept of healthy eating pattern, which is prevent the lot of disease, whatever disease happening in society. Are taking diminished food groups and nutrition without any conceptual things like butters, dairy products and carbohydrate. We are taking without any sequence pattern individually, or we are taking without any guide or regulation. So we don't do that. We need to understand the combination of diet is most important. Understand what is binge cycle. Binge cycle is a cycle of behavior, thoughts, and emotional experienced by many people who suffer from the eating disorders like bulimia. To this, people start new diet, feel deprived, food craving and urge to eat, then binge, and thereafter he feels out of control and guilty, shame, and due to that he want to feel control again, he don't want to be control again and start same advantage of diet being cycle. We have poor relationship with food, and there is no mentality, distorted hunger and uh, satisfactory. The health deteriorates, the lacking importance of nutrients. Yeah, we are lacking a lot of importance of nutrient. So let's discuss about factor influencing nutritional advice. There is a lot of factor which influence the nutritional advice which is given by African dietitists, like adding some and gender, body image, activity like cycling, work pattern and food nutrition, food availability, the family and lifestyle, the cultures and your body size, your mind, your wellness and your cooking style, the taste, eating habits and emotional thinkings, their symptoms, conditions and taste and your environments and related to your literacy level and existing the medication, which is budget. What is the budget also a factor. So healthy eating pattern doesn't mean eating a single food and groups of food, or by taking food with the nutrients. It is interactive, synergistic, potentially cumulative, so that's why are good factor of optimal health related to reduce risk of certain disease and can prevent early death. So please follow the healthy eating pattern if you want to change your lifestyle and your. So let's understand what is the system of body. 70% death worldwide due to the chronic disease and very common heart disease, stroke like diabetes 2 type and certain cancerous disease. There are habits of tobacco eating, alcohol, inactivity of poor diets. Habit we should disturb our digestive systems. So our second object is to listen to the plate model. Understand what is Canada Food Guide Plate Model, which is given by Canadian Food Nutrition. Half a plate filled with have a plenty of vegetable and fruits, and rest half a plate there is a variety of vegetables and fruit we can include, like whatever we preference that. Okay, uh, according to our diet plan, and half a plate filled with these varieties seasonal fruit vegetables, and the rest of half a plate we discuss. In the half rest of half plate we will choose whole grain food, and half eat we will choose the proteinous food, and we will make water in a drink of choice, which is not calculated in this Canada Food Guide. Okay, so follow these Canada Food Guide plate model, and definitely you will feel better in your health. So our third object is the structure and function of your GIT, gastrointestinal tract. So let's discuss the structure and function of GIT. Suppose this is the picture of yaw, and the body includes the organ system plants. Okay, so this is the second picture showing GIT system, and third picture showing blood circulation, and the fourth picture showing the nervous system, and the fifth picture showing the skeletal system, and the sixth pictures system. So let's discuss the GIT. There is small intestine, the organ related to GIT. In there, it is made of cells, microvilli, which is showing finger-like projection, epithelial, and small unit is a cell. The collection of the cells made of the tissue. Okay, so the digestive system begin with mouth. So mouth, there are a thought, sight, and smell. If you think some food particles, you can smell and you can taste by this. And after taking the food, there is a mechanical digestion happening with tooth. Okay, this force is known as mastication or chewing. So after the mastication or chewing the food materials, we will be food with tongues and mix with saliva. There is a three major salivary glands: parotid, submandibular, and sublingual gland, which are the major salivary gland secrete saliva, and this sub means the under, and the lingual means the relations to the speech or language. Okay, so the sublingual means under the tongue. Okay, and sub is equal to under plus mandible is equal to lower jaw. So submandibular is equal to under the lower jaw, and last is parotid. Parotid is the major and most common salivary gland. So these are three major salivary glands. Let's discuss about the things in oral cavity. There are four groups of tooth. The picture showing the hard palate and upper molar, parotid duct opening, buccal mucosa, retromandibular triangle, anterior tonsil pillars and tongues. These are the area which is the these things taste the materials. In posterior part of tongue we can taste the bitter, and the tip of tongue we can taste the salt, and after the tip in the interior part we can taste the sweet, and the lateral both side of tongue we can taste sour. So the picture, radiographic picture showing what is the pattern of swallowing water or a food particle. This there is a peristalsis movement showing on a radiograph. This is a hard palate structure with the arrow is donated. So look at that, very nice. A varium study method is also we can apply like that radiographs. This is a varium uh, okay study. So there is a soft palate, there is a larynx as well. Discuss about very important organ in the digestive system, which is stomach. The stomach start to the esophagus. When esophagus is open in stomach, the lower esophageal there is a lower esophageal sphincter which opens in the stomach. Okay, there is a three part of stomach: fundus, body, and pyloric. The last part of stomach get turns into the duodenum and open into the duodenum, and there is a lower there is a upper esophageal sphincter. So in the upper side, a lower esophageal sphincter, there is a acidic fluid. There is a acid which is secreted by stomach mucosa, like HCl, hydrochloric acid, sodium chloride, potassium chloride. Basically, these are acidic which maintain the pH 1, 2, 3. Okay, but the food, because food is alkaline, and when food comes in this acidic medium, these acidic medium get acidified the foods and digest the I mean digest the food materials. Okay, there is a lot of enzymes, those can particular digest the carbohydrate, protein, and fat. All these digested in a different part of GIT tract. After the 6 hour of 6 hour of food existing in the stomach, they can get into the duodenum. With the help of duodenum, the food comes in the large intestine. the food is partially digested when it comes in the large intestine and it enters to the from the stomach. After that, the food break down by the there is a uh, barbo science, and there is a microorganism as well. They help in the digestion. After that, this food particle come in small intestine. The small intestine is showing in picture, which is around 6 centimeter in the in length. It is coiled in between the large intestine, and the part there is a three the part of small intestine, which is jejunum and ileum. So there is a large part of digestion of food occurs, and major part of absorption is also occurs in the small intestine with uh, with the help of these microvilli. There is a finger-like projection in microvilli which can absorb the food particles and nutrients, and with the help of these mucosa they can absorb, and pour the nutrient and the food particles in the bloodstream. And blood is a carrier of a nutrient transport medium, so it can transfer the nutrients and food energy to the all over body. So in villi there is a small projection which is known as microvilli. Okay, they are millions in a number, and they have a pseudo movement as well. When the food comes in the in that surface, they get stimulate, and uh, with the help of stimulation they have a pseudo movement, and with that movement they absorb the nutrient. So like take an example, is our house, and the house is made of walls, and walls is made of bricks, and the bricks is the smallest unit of this house, we can say that. So a lot of bricks comes in the truck, and we load the bricks into the truck and we can transport it. The like that the we can take that the home as a food. Okay, whole food, and the wall is a half part of or partially digested food, and the bricks is the smallest digested part of food. We can transport by the blood to the body. So we are come at the point of auxiliary organ, which is small intestine, pancreas, and one. Pancreas secrete important hormone like insulin. So let begins with the very important topics, a very basic from food nutrition. We need to understand what is the relationship of nutrition and the food with the health. Okay, so in a daily life we are eating a lot of soft diet, you know they are causing a lot of disease. It doesn't mean we are eating so much. It doesn't mean it mean only that without control. Enzyme can break down the larger substance into the smaller substance and product. These lot of enzymes, powerful enzyme, helps the digest the food and break down the large particles into the smallest particle. There is the lock and key mechanism. The hormones and enzymes play important role, and the third organ is gallbladder. Gallbladder is very important, which holds bile, and it's also positioned in within the liver. Okay, so it Did you know that the liver perform over 500 tasks daily? So let's talk about overachiever. It's very important to know the liver because it metabolize all the wastage or product, okay, metabolic particles within the liver. Okay, so let's begin with the next auxiliary organ, which is liver itself. It store, transform, and release the metabolic product. So let's discuss about the large intestine or colon. So the next organ is large intestine, which is the food, partially digested food enters in the large intestine, and the partially digested food get full digested in the large intestine, and a major role of water absorption in the within the large intestine. Okay, in the beginning of large intestine there is a appendix, and the appendix help in the cellular digestion. Okay, in previous days we eat lot of leafy vegetables, so that's it play important role. And there is a ascending part of large intestine, okay, colon, and transverse and descending part exit with rectum. So let's discuss about what is the difference between secretes and excrete. The secrete means the movement of material from one point to another in the body. Okay, like hormones are secreted by the glands, endocrine glands. Okay, and the excrete means the removal of material from living things, like uh, micturition we release the urine, so it is the excrete. Okay, in case of fecal material we are also excreting. So in ascending part of colon there is a absorption, and there is a lot of microbacteria living in ascending part of colon and the descending part of colon. They help to ferment or digest, or you can say in the digestion of food. Okay, there are special microorganism living in the gut, more than the outside of the body. Mostly they are undigested fibers get excreted or digested by the ascending part, the corner of the apex of appendix. Okay, so they are healthy bacteria, and they help in the digestion of undigested fibers, and also the another unlike bacteria those are causing harm, they also help in the removal or a destruction of those also. So uh, we don't need to be scam, we don't need to be about these bacterias. They are beneficial, they are good to the health. Okay, so the more pathogenic or bad microbia, they are also help to be thank you for watching. See you soon in next video, which is upcoming. See